welcome to another episode of Cars and Coffee. Dude. I like the. Did you see the pre-roll? Did you see the little video they made?
Oh no! Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I like the little truck. It's like a coffee truck.
A coffee truck. Sad face.
Sad.
Doesn't have coffee.
Oh, that guy. Oh yeah, when he drops and he all of a sudden goes into.
And he falls into a cup of coffee.
That's the emoji.
That's the emoji. That's
emoji
actually a Hot Wheels
emoji card.
Actual Hot Wheels emoji car. Driving down a Hot Wheels track.
Trips into the old coffee.
That was producer Reese. He put that together. It's pretty brilliant.
It's beautiful.
Although he tells me his wife did some of it.
It's beauty though.
Yeah, it's beauty. It's beauty. Today's coffee, we're going to talk about Tim Hortons because we're Canadian, eh? And Tim Hortons coffee, as we call Timmy's, we got Tim Hortons coffee mugs right here on there. Now Tim Horton, he plays hockey, like all Canadians do.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now. But he played for Toronto Maple Leafs, I think.
Yeah, and
then he went to the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, when he was in the Buffalo Sabres, that's when he started the Tim Hortons, which I thought was weird.
Yeah. And the first Tim Hortons came out in Hamilton, Ontario, my birthplace.
Yep.
You were born in Burlington, weren't you?
I was born in Burlington.
I'm in Hamilton because we didn't have any Burlington back then. We
just down the road. I think because we moved.
We moved? Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
And the first Tim Hortons was Hamilton, and my dad used to say to my mom that their donuts were like hockey pucks. But they fixed the donut recipe. The second Tim Hortons was Burlington, Ontario, on Plains Road, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, I remember that one.
Coming up from Boy Scouts.
Scouts, we used to get Timbits. Oh yeah, remember Timbits?
Yeah,
on there.
It was a dozen donuts. Check this out. I remember this: dozen donuts, 2 coffees, and like 12 Timbits or something like that was $5.
$5. The coffee's $5 now. Anyways, let's try some Tim Hortons coffee there. Every kid in Canada, the hockey practice 5 a.m.
Yeah,
they're doing Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, in Dubai. I lived in Dubai for 20 years. There's Tim Hortons in the malls and stuff.
Shut the front door in Dubai. Tim Hortons coffee.
It's in Arabic, Tim
really? Arabs are drinking Tim Hortons coffee.
Of course.
That's us.
They know they can make money.
Must have been a little thicker. I don't know.
No, it's not Turkish coffee.
It's not Turkish coffee? All right. That's a whole different. That's another episode. I have a Turkish coffee episode. The guy put his spoon in there and thing dissolved. We'll talk about
I know. They should put the amount of sugar they used to put
in. My gosh. It's a diabetic, just like that. You're just diabetic. You go straight to the hospital.
That's for sure.
Anyways, we're going to talk about cars. Today we're going to talk about Hong Kong and USA. So we'll continue the origin story of Hong Kong.
Yeah, let's keep going on that.
Yeah. So let's take a look at these 2 cars because these 2 cars, brother Ross here, tell us about the difference in Hong Kong, US.
Yeah, these have, if you notice, that the Corvette we talked about last episode, you'll see it's got a clear screen. So therefore,
camera doesn't.
This was
yeah, camera.
Sorry, I'm doing it for myself.
You're a musician.
So just so you know,
you should show them. You should show them.
So here, there's a clear screen plastic.
Yeah.
And therefore, that one's made in the U.S. and this also tells you on the bottom that it's made in the U.S.
in USA.
And the other one here, you see the little python, which later was renamed to a cheetah. But we'll talk about that in another episode. This one here is got blue, and that tells me that it was made in Hong Kong. And you can tell the stories why they're blue and white.
Why?
Okay. There's a pretty good story behind.
So the boys, Bradley and the boys, and Guilford and Elliot Handler, they're scheming. Okay,
they are scheming.
Yeah, because the California Custom Miniature, they were making miniature thimbles or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they get into the cars, right? They got Sweet 16 cars, and they got the California company El Segundo. There's probably some factory up there in near El Segundo. I'm sure you can drive to it. We got to get those guys. Figure out who those guys were.
Get them on.
So they get talked into making these molds for cars.
Yeah.
Right. So they're going to the Javits Center Toy Show because it's a big New York toy show every year. We went to it a couple of years ago.
We went to talk to them and tell them. Mattel there has a huge booth.
Oh,
of course.
Wasn't it great?
So it's pretty cool.
Remember the booth we walked into? And it was like this huge booth. And it was like, you walk past this display and it was like, angels were singing because under glass they had the Sweet 16.
Yeah, the Sweet 16. That was a replica kit set, but it was like, it was one that they put out, you know? Give me this for a second.
Yeah, give that.
Here, check this out.
That was 40th
This is
anniversary.
kind of one of their 40th anniversary things. I can put it in front of the camera here.
Yeah, 40th anniversary. We'll drop it down there. Look at this.
Oh, sorry.
It's really good camera work. Look at this.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think we do it.
But anyway, going to long shot. Yeah, so you can see it here. This was that set. It was a brand new set, full set. Every collector's dream. It's probably number 1 of whatever 500 that they made.
Yeah, it was number 1. Yeah.
And it was beautiful. So that was there, and that was the first thing.
So we tried to steal it.
Yeah, of course.
But we couldn't.
They frowned upon
Security,
that.
they
don't like
had a
that.
grill
They
there.
don't like that kind of thing. No, it's not very good to do that.
Anyways, Ira Guilford and the boys are going back now. We go back to 1968. They're going to the toy show, right?
Right.
And I don't think they got a booth. Now the floor is that they didn't get a booth in the toy show. Maybe they did it late. They didn't have the money. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Something happened.
So they got a booth apparently in a hotel room, which we did
they
one time in
rented
the music.
Right.
show.
They rented a hotel room
Yeah.
because it's just right next door, so they
set
can
up
invite
track,
people.
set up track, right?
Yeah.
Set up track, and they invited all the buyers, right? They invited all the buyers, and not very many came.
No.
Except for the Kmart buyer.
Kmart buyer.
And I understand this is folklore, and if anybody knows, like maybe Larry Wood or somebody can call and tell me.
Yeah.
I think their goal was to sell 1 million Hot Wheels.
1
1
million.
million
cars.
Million cars. Million cars.
million cars.
Anyways, long story short, the Kmart guy, they're probably depressed because no one's coming around.
Yeah.
So the Kmart guy comes around. They probably got really excited. Kmart guy's here.
They got excited.
And Kmart guy thinks it's going to be the next hot toy for Christmas.
Yeah.
So orders 55 million.
Nope.
Wow. Now the number
That's a
might
lot
not
of
be
cars.
right, but it's basically that's
a lot of cars.
that's basically the lore. The folklore was 55 million or something ridiculous like that. Can you imagine the phone call? Hello, California Custom Manufacturing is also in California. We got an order. All right. So when do you want to order it? Well, they want it for next Christmas, so we need to have it kind of in the distribution channel at June. It's February. March, April,
that's
May.
a lot of cars.
It's only 4 months. It's 120 days. What do you want? What do you want? And we want 55 million of them. What? It's like
Yeah.
so. Anyways, the American factory makes a few cars, like a million or so. They actually, which a
They do
million.
what they
it's not
can.
enough. They do what they can, and they immediately fly guys over. I think Guilford goes over to Hong Kong, going. I don't even think they had a contact in Hong Kong. They're going to anybody who can make a Hot Wheel car for them.
Yeah.
And they're bringing molds. Now, the molds got screwed up a little bit. They're not quite the USA ones. They got tan, they got interior
You see the different
color
colors
issues.
of stuff.
Yeah.
They run out of plastic. They got to use brown. They use white. You know. Everybody talks about the Red Baron's got a black interior, and all of a sudden a white one is super hard to find. Why? Because they probably ran out of black plastic, and they just used whatever the white one is. And of course, Kmart doesn't care because it's just a car.
Yeah, the car.
As
Kids.
long as they have those cars at Christmas time, man, they don't care what color they are.
I know.
That's
I know.
it.
So, and those become now the big variations
the
that
big
everybody wants.
that's
White,
right.
white, Red Baron.
Yeah.
There was probably conversation about what do you mean
White
red or black?
interior, yeah.
Black's expensive because black plastic is more expensive than white plastic. Did you know that? Because you got to use all the colors to make black, and white has to be pure. Wait a minute, I think I got it backwards. Anyways, they're different.
know.
Can you imagine the factory going, we're out of black. What do you got? White. Make some white ones. All right.
Whatever. Blue
Whatever.
screen, blue, white screen, they didn't care.
They
Just get pumped it out. So then they did. They pumped
And-
out all these cars and they 50. Can you imagine 50 trying to produce 55 million cars?
And apparently Kmart actually won because it was the #1 car toy
Yeah.
for Christmas,
Yeah.
and there was a big winner. So I guess that's why Hot Wheels and Kmart kept that close
It's
relationship.
such a great relationship where the K days. Everybody knows about the K days. You're a collector. That's why they kept on supporting that. Kept
Yeah.
on doing it right to the end, right till the last door was shut.
That store was shut. I think there's a store. Is there any stores out there? If you know any Kmart stores, let us know because we can't find any. All right,
I think
Cars
other
and
stores
Coffee.
took over, but yeah.
Tim Hortons, Timmy's.
Cheers.
Their childhood Tim Hortons. Now they're everywhere. There's millions of Tim Hortons. I remember the first one.
They're beauty.
That beauty. Cars and Coffee.